Waking up every morning and starting each and every day with a grateful heart invites positivity to your day. A positive mindset can lead to great things. It will encourage you to improve and keep trying. All you need to do is embrace all the possibilities. Gratitude is a simple trait we mustn't forget to practice. We need to practice it every single day, regardless of our circumstances. We can always find something to be grateful about. It can be big moments or small accomplishments. No one thing is too small to show our gratitude. Once practiced, you can turn this into a great habit. Never lose sight of your gratitude. It can help lighten the load during times of trouble and push you to become better in every way. Remember, always start each and every day with a grateful heart.
Hi everyone, my name is Jamie and welcome to E3, where we encourage, exercise, and eat to create a happy and sustainable lifestyle with maximal results. This workout is going to be just a 15-minute morning stretch, so it is a perfect way to get your day kick-started in a happy and healthy way. The first exercise we're going to do is called the yogi squat. So let's go ahead and make sure we're in a standing position and our feet are only hip width apart. So we don't need to be really wide and we don't want to be narrow. We want to take them hip width apart. Now I want you to slowly squat into this position. Some of you may find yourselves here and that's perfectly fine. Our ultimate goal though is to bring this all the way down. Now you've noticed my heels can sometimes raise off. Maybe because I don't have the mobility that I need for a full yogi squat, and that's okay. So I want you just to go ahead and play with this. And if that just means that you're on the ball of your feet, that's perfectly fine too. If this is too much pressure on your abdominal muscles or your quadriceps, you can come up just a little bit too, so then your heels are fully down on the floor. What we really want to do is focus on keeping that chest open, okay? We don't want to bend too forward in this and get into our lower back. We want to bring that chest open and sit back as much as possible. For those who need a modification, remember you can come up and you can do it just the same. For those who need more of a challenge, you can take the hands off the floor, give less support with your hands. And we're just going to sway back and forth, sitting up as much as we can. This is going to stretch out our ankles and our hamstrings. It's going to stretch out our groin. Now, if you have bad knees or if you're pregnant, this is not a ideal way to stretch. So again, you can take yourself up and work on that without all the pressure on your knees. Okay? So again, you have modifications and you have challenges in your yogi squat. You might want to go ahead and just open up one side more than the other. Try the other side. If you feel there's too much pressure or it's just too much on your legs, again, you can come out of it, and then when you're ready, come back into it. Very good. This will actually open up your lower back just the same, okay? So this is our yogi squat. We're going to come back to this in this 15-minute series, but for now, we're going to go ahead and release it. Bring it all the way up. Very good. I want you to go ahead and shake out that stretch. Very good. And then we're going to take a seat. So now we're going to take a seat all the way down, and we're going to take this into a side stretch. So go ahead and cross your legs. Shoulders are upright, and then roll them back. Give yourself good posture. You should have a nice neutral spine. Shoulders are upright. Your chin is off your chest, so you can keep the air passageway open. And all we're going to do is take the right hand, deep inhale, and we're going to exhale, just stretching all the way over to the left side of the room. And we're going to hold this. Very good. This is going to strengthen your abdominal muscles, as well as your obliques. Very good. And hold. This is also a wonderful exercise to open up your digestive system, especially morning stretch, starting the day off right. Let's get that digestive system opened up and activated for a wonderful day. Very good. Let's go over to the other side. So now the left arm is going to come all the way over, reaching towards the right side of the room. Again, keeping that chest open. We don't want to bend into this. Spine's neutral. Nice deep stretch. I want you to feel that pull all the way through. We're not only opening up the muscles, we are opening up our digestive tract. Very good. Just hold. Think about grabbing somebody. You're trying to grab somebody's hand, okay? Let's do this one more time on both sides. So take the right arm, take it over to the left side. Nice deep stretch, grabbing someone's hand. Very good. This is also a great time to set your intentions for the day. Other side. Deep inhales through your nose and deep exhales through your mouth. You can probably feel your heart rate come up just a little bit. That's good. That means your body's moving and blood is flowing. Very good. Let's move on to our third stretch. All right. So that third pose that we're going to do, I'm going to give you this side profile so you can see exactly how this should be done. All we're going to do is fold our body in half. Now, if you have tight hamstrings or even a tight lower back, you're not going to be able to fold completely, and that's okay. Our goal is not to try to reach the toes as much as we can, okay? Our goal is just to hinge the body forward, okay? Now, if you have to slightly bend your knees, that is perfectly fine. But what I would like you to do, as much as you can, is extend those legs and just go as far as you can, all right? So not only is this going to stretch out your lower back, this is going to stretch out those hamstrings. It's also going to lengthen your body. Okay, so everyone's going to have a different range of motion. So if you are new to this, it might look like this, and that is perfectly fine. Okay, you're stretching this out, you're stretching your hamstrings out. If you can fully extend those legs, maybe you can just reach those ankles or just your knees, and that's okay too, as long as you're hinging at those hips and not bending in the back. And then some of you might actually be right here. And every time we breathe, I want you to focus on getting a little lower. So deep inhale in, and a deep exhale through. And try to hold this. Try not to dump the head down where the chin is on the chest. You always want to keep your air passageway open. And we're just going to hold. Very good. Stretching out your lower back, stretching out those hamstrings. We hold a lot of tension in our hamstrings, which is the big muscle in the back of our leg. We hold a lot of tension in our lower back. So this is a great way to decrease the tension that you have. Especially in the morning. We lay in a bed for 6 to 9 hours at a time, and we just need to counteract the compression of the back, okay? A little decompression of the side. Very good. Slowly walk it up and shake it out. Moving into our third exercise, which is a seated twist, okay? So all you're gonna do is take one leg over the extended leg. Now my right arm is gonna grab my left leg and hugging it towards my chest. I'm pushing it towards my chest. Then I'm gonna push my chest out and I wanna look over my left shoulder. So my right arm is squeezing my knee towards my chest, but I am doing a spine twist by looking over my left shoulder. I'm gonna hold those legs there. We're just gonna keep looking over the shoulder as much as we can. Twisting the body is so vital for our organs, let alone a nice little twist through our hip flexors. Remember when I talked about that GI tract and the digestive system? This is another great way to open up those organs. Very good. And then we have to do the other side. So go ahead and bend that right leg over the left extended leg. Grab that leg with your left arm. Push that chest out and look over your right shoulder as much as possible. So while I'm twisting my spine, I'm bringing my knee tight into my chest so I can get a hip flexor stretch as well. Oh, so good. Stay with me. And make sure you are on your breathing. So deep inhale for your nose, deep exhale for your mouth. This is a great time to think about your day and just think about setting good intentions. The great thing about this is this will get you prepped and armored for your day, but it's only 15 minutes of your time. And there we go. We're going to go ahead and release that. Very, very nice. All right, our fifth exercise is a wide leg fold. So I'm going to show you by standing right directly in front of you. My legs, my feet are actually wider than my hips, and I'm going to hinge the body, okay? So when you think about hinging the body, I want you to think about a string tied to your belly button and somebody, maybe me, pulling that string. So when you're pulling the string like a puppet, I hinge, okay? So this is my wide-legged fold. I hinge at those hips, and I just want to fold the body in half, but my legs are wide, okay? So again, you hinge at those hips, and you fold over. Now, if you have very tight hamstrings, like some of us do, you're not going to be able to extend those legs, and that is perfectly fine. So when I hinge, if it's really tight in my hamstring, I'm going to slightly bend my knees. That will alleviate any tension that I have in my hamstrings. And then what I want you to do is think about the tension that probably is created in your neck by this position, and slowly release the neck from that, okay? The more you relieve the neck or release the neck from that tension, the more stretch you're going to get in your lower back. Now, I love this stretch for two reasons. Number one reason is if I really extend my legs, I'm going to get a deep, deep stretch through my hamstrings. Or if I slightly bend my knees, I'm going to get a really deep stretch through my back. Oh, if you want to rock it side to side a little bit, you can. Such a wonderful, wonderful pose. Very good. And make sure your knees are slightly bent when you come up. Hands on the quads, not your knees. And slowly bring it up one vertical at a time. All right, let's do this one more time all the way through. Let's go back to that yogi stretch. Remember, if this is a great place for you, go here. If you can take it a little lower, do so, okay? Just want to open up the groin, open up the back, hamstrings, your Achilles muscles, your calf muscles. This is a great stretch. And you know what? You probably are having more range of motion now than when you started this exercise, because now we're warming up the body to start our day. So again, you can rock it side to side. If that's too much pressure, you can come right here. I'm always trying to keep my chest open though. I don't want to dump the weight into my upper body, because that can be really bad for your back, okay? So just open up the spine, create the space that you need. Very good. Now, when I first started doing the yogi squat, it was very, very uncomfortable. So if you're experiencing that, that's very normal. Very normal. Just continue working on this every morning. Just give yourself a few moments and just work on your 5 basic poses to get your day started. This will become so helpful, not only physically, but also mentally. Very nice. Okay. Work with the yogi. So now you can come down into a seated position. Cross those legs. All right. Very good. All right, we're going to take that right arm, bring it all the way up, clamp the left, and we're going to come straight over. Deep reach over to the left side of the room. Really try to hold, okay? Now some of you might not have this range either, and you might just be right here, and that's perfectly fine. As soon as you start feeling the stretch through the right side of your body, you know you've got a good juicy spot of stretching. Always keep those shoulders back, chin up, eyes forward, or to the side, just not down. Very good. Very good. A good stretch all the way through the arms, all the way through. And let's switch it out. Take it all the way over. Good. stretch all the way to the left side of the body, keeping my chest open. Today I'm grabbing something. It makes me want to reach a little bit harder or a little more extension. Very good, very good. Release it. Let's go into that third position, which is your forward fold. So extend those legs, deep inhale, hinge at those hips. Again, if you've got to slowly bend, that's perfectly fine. But let's really challenge ourselves and keep those legs extended and just use our range of motion from here to come as far as we can. Some of you might just be right here, some of you here. You're just going to find a place and we're going to work on this, okay? This is a great decompression of the spine. Try not to bend the back, okay? Keep a nice neutral spine, chest is open. Hit those toes, hit the toes. Through your breath, try to just get a little deeper. Okay, you might feel a little uncomfortable, but it's okay to feel a little uncomfortable stretching. As long as there's no pain. When you feel pain, alleviate it just a little bit, okay? It should make you feel good, not bad. Very good. All right, we're going to come out of that forward fold. We're going to go into a seated twist. So extend the right leg, cross it over, wrap the opposite arm around that knee. Lift your chest out of that knee and look over your left shoulder. And while I'm looking and twisting, I am really pulling my knee towards my chest. Chin is off the chest, so I can keep the passageway open. Stretching out my organs, stretching out my muscles. So good. So good. Especially when you wake up and you're tight. I know every morning I wake up and since I'm laying in one position most of the night, my body cramps up, I'm stiff. So these stretches, these 5 stretches, go a long way. I usually use these 15 minutes just to set my intentions for the day. Think about what's important to me, what's not important to me. All right, let's release it and bring it back up to our feet for our last and final pose for our 15-minute morning stretch. Feet are hip width apart. We are going to hinge at those hips. So that string is tied to my belly button and I'm pulling. So then I hinge forward. Release the neck from all that tension. So if you feel you're here, take a half of a second. Release the neck. Just let your upper body become heavy. Again, if there's too much right here, you can always slightly bend those knees. And that will put you more into a lower back stretch and lessen the hamstrings. Challenge yourself and see if you can extend those legs as much as possible. Your body weight's drawing you down. Move through your breathing. Good. Slightly bend those knees. Place those hands onto the upper part of your legs above your kneecap and slowly bring it up, one vertebrae at a time. Give me a deep inhale in. And exhale. One more time. Deep inhale in. And exhale. That is your morning stretch. I hope you are ready to take on the day.